Good morning and welcome to the Forex Market Rep, brought to you by Pepperstone. It's Thursday the 17th of August 2017 and I'm Darren Sinden. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes, any price moves we need to be aware of. But really, I would just like to say I think it was much of a range trading day yesterday across many of the pairs and crosses we look at, but I just want to focus on these two, Aussie Dollar, Japanese Yen, Aussie Dollar, US Dollar. A good day for the Australian dollar, making gains of 0.9% and 1.3% respectively. If we have a look here at the chart, which I've drawn is of Aussie Dollar versus Japanese Yen, I could have equally drawn Aussie Dollar, US Dollar. Just want to flag this ascending line of broadly bullish candles, a slight question mark here early in the week, but two further bullish candles here, a downtrend line which we're testing above, and as we'll see, some better data coming out of Australia. So my thoughts are that the Aussie dollar could press on here against the yen, as I say, but also potentially against the US dollar too. Okay, what's on the calendar, events that may move the market? Well, earlier today we had some data out in Australia. If we just zoom in, we can take a closer look at that. Unemployment, participation rate, and employment change, all that data for July, and we'll come to that in a second. To come this morning then, 6 o'clock GMT, we'll have wholesale price data out of Germany, and then the real meat on the bones gets going at 8:30 GMT time with retail sales for July for the UK. Obviously the UK consumer very key to the Bank of England's thoughts on the UK economy. And then at 9 o'clock GMT we'll have consumer price index data out of Europe, most importantly of all the core year-on-year figure from July. Trade balance data to follow at 10 o'clock GMT, and then at 11:30 GMT, 12:30 London time, we'll see the release of the ECB minutes from their last meeting. And again, as with the Fed meeting minutes released earlier this week, that will be closely scrutinised by the market. This afternoon at 12:30 GMT we have Thursday's continuing jobless claims. Every Thursday, of course, we get initial and continuing jobless claims numbers, and at the same time this week we have one of the most influential numbers, the Philly Fed manufacturing survey, this time for August, with some capacity utilisation numbers and industrial production numbers for July to follow that at 13:15. And to round off the day at 16:30 GMT, FOMC member Kaplan will be speaking. So plenty on the calendar to get your teeth into. In terms of news then, Australian employment data impressed to the upside with more jobs being created, and that was due largely to an increase in the number of part-time workers. Staying in Asia, the Philippines maintained a strong growth rate in Q2 of an impressive 6.5%. Whilst Japan's exports grew in July, rising by 13.4% versus the previous month's 9.7% figure, imports grew more modestly, and that kept Japan's trade balance above 400 billion yen for the second month in a row. Let's just have a quick look at food for thought, something a bit light-hearted, but nonetheless worth thinking about. Life in the USA has become less desirable, according to The Economist magazine. The Australian city of Melbourne was voted the #1 livable city in the world for the 7th year in a row. The first US city on this list was Honolulu at number 17. Note that satisfaction with city living has generally been falling since the global financial crisis, however. Right, thank you for your time today. Please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading FX and CFDs on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about the risks involved or have any other questions about our products and services, then please contact your Pepperstone representative. Thanks for your time. We look forward to speaking to you tomorrow.